Right now, it is any parent's nightmare finding out your child has been born with a medical defect that could kill them. For one Central Ohio family, the condition was something few people have ever heard of, a congenital diaphragmatic hernia. 10 TV's Karina Nova spoke with that family about their journey and with doctors from Children's Hospital who got their little boy back on the road to a clean bill of health.
This morning, we're focusing on a family whose son battled a birth defect. We're joined by Ryan and Chrissy Dopker and their son, Rowan, right there. What a cutie. And the doctor who treated him, Dr. Karen Diefenbach. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you.
And bringing this adorable baby to our show. I first want to ask you, Chrissy, you were planning on having a normal, healthy, happy baby, and then what happened?
Well, he's kind of struggled with adversity from the very beginning. Like, we had a 2-year struggle with infertility, and then finally we were able to conceive him through IUI. And I had kind of a difficult pregnancy too. I was off work for a little while, and preterm labor and other issues. When he was born, like, the delivery happened normal and everything. And as I was holding him, I just noticed that he wasn't breathing right, and he was a little bluer than my other babies. And then I'm actually a nurse at Children's and work in pulmonary, and I was just like started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, something's not right, and the nurse took him, and he was in fact in respiratory distress. And they called the NICU team, and the NICU team came and you know, took him to the NICU there, and that's when they did the chest x-ray and saw that his intestines were in his chest. And they immediately like intubated him and transferred him to Children's. And
That's so scary.
And that's when we met this lovely lady here.
Yeah, and let's talk to your doctor. Tell us about this defect.
So what Rowan has is called a congenital diaphragmatic hernia, and it's basically a hole in the muscle that helps you breathe, that separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. And many times it is diagnosed prenatally, but most of those cases are quite large defects, and that's why they're able to be seen early. In Rowan's case, he had a very small defect, which still caused him trouble, but fortunately was able to be managed in a way that he has recovered extremely well. Many kids that have diaphragmatic hernias still end up repaired and do well. About 80% of the kids make it, but that's still 1 in 5 in which there's a mortality associated with it.
Yeah, and we can see how well he's doing. He just looks great today. Do want to ask you, some moms out there, expecting moms, might be wondering, what can I do? What can I do so I'm not put in that situation?
Well, I think in general, most of these that are visible on the prenatal ultrasound are seen for prenatal consultation so that we can discuss what the surgery is and how the baby is managed after they're delivered. In Rowan's case, it was a surprise, which doesn't happen infrequently. We probably see 1 or 2 children a year that have a diaphragmatic hernia that was not diagnosed prenatally. And it's generally because the defect is quite small, and although it's scary because you weren't expecting it, it tends to have a very good prognosis because of the small size of the defect.
Okay. And I want to ask you, why are you sharing your story?
Just because we just want to raise awareness of CDH. I mean, it's something that I'm a nurse, and I had never heard of it. And when, you know, we were in the room and the doctor came in and told us about it, I mean, I was shocked. And then I have him over there looking up things on the internet and be like, babe, listen to this, oh my God. And I'm like, I literally thought he was gonna die. There's a lot of moms out there that have this happen to them and they're scared.
We made it easy for people to find and get more information. It's all on 10tv.com, so make sure you check it out. And thank you so much for being here and bringing adorable Rowan here to see us.
Yes, thank you.